Oscar de la Hoya is one of boxing's most accomplished champions, an Olympic gold medalist, a six-division world champion, and a fighter who faced legends across multiple eras. Known as the Golden Boy, de la Hoya fought the very best, from Julio Cesar Chavez to Floyd Mayweather, and his career gave him a rare perspective on greatness. At 52, with decades of experience inside and outside the ring, de la Hoya has reflected on the fighters who truly shaped boxing history in his eyes. These aren't just men he admired from afar. They're boxers whose skill, courage, intelligence, and legacy left a lasting impression on him as a fighter and as a student of the sport. 10. Miguel Cotto. Oscar de la Hoya always respected Miguel Cotto for his professionalism and discipline. Cotto was never flashy, but he was reliable, consistent, and technically sound. De la Hoya admired how Cotto carried himself like a true craftsman, focusing on fundamentals, conditioning, and mental toughness. Cotto's ability to absorb punishment and still execute a game plan stood out. Even in defeat, he showed dignity and resilience. To De La Hoya, Cotto represented the modern professional boxer, skilled, humble, and committed to excellence over hype. 9. Erik Morales. Erik Morales earned De La Hoya's admiration because of his warrior spirit. Morales never avoided tough fights and consistently challenged the best of his era. De La Hoya respected Morales's balance between aggression and technique, noting that he could fight intelligently even while engaging in brutal exchanges. Morales fought with pride, especially representing Mexico on the world stage. His fearlessness and refusal to back down made him a fighter De La Hoya deeply respected, regardless of outcomes. 8. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. represented toughness and persistence in De La Hoya's eyes. Chavez didn't rely on speed or flash. He relied on pressure, body punching, and mental strength. De La Hoya admired Chavez's ability to break opponents down slowly, wearing them out physically and psychologically. Chavez absorbed punishment without losing focus, often turning fights around through sheer will. His consistency and durability made him a nightmare to face. De La Hoya respected Chavez as a fighter who understood pain as part of the process. Chavez's legacy to De La Hoya was built on heart, resilience, and relentless determination. 7. Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao earned De La Hoya's respect through relentless energy and constant evolution. Pacquiao never stayed the same fighter for long. He improved with every phase of his career. De La Hoya admired Pacquiao's speed, awkward angles, and unpredictable offense, which overwhelmed even elite opponents. Beyond skill, Pacquiao's humility and work ethic stood out. Despite global fame, he trained with the hunger of a challenger. De La Hoya believed Pacquiao's willingness to take risks and fight anyone cemented his legacy. Pacquiao didn't protect his record. He chased greatness. For De La Hoya, Pacquiao symbolized fearlessness and dedication in the modern era. 6. Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hearns impressed Oscar De La Hoya with his lethal combination of finesse and power. Hearns used his height and reach intelligently, controlling distance and punishing opponents who made mistakes. De La Hoya admired Hearns' patience. He didn't rush for knockouts but allowed opportunities to present themselves. When Hearns landed cleanly, fights often ended instantly. His understanding of timing and spacing made him one of the most dangerous fighters in history. De La Hoya respected how Hearns remained composed even in high-pressure situations, trusting his technique. Hearns wasn't reckless, he was calculated. To De La Hoya, Hearns represented how intelligence and power could coexist perfectly in the ring. 5. Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler earned De La Hoya's respect through sheer discipline and intensity. Hagler trained harder than anyone, lived for boxing, and demanded excellence every day. De La Hoya admired Hagler's ability to apply relentless pressure while remaining technically sound. Hagler could switch stances effortlessly, confusing opponents and creating angles for powerful combinations. What stood out most was Hagler's mentality. He never looked for excuses, never relied on popularity, and never took shortcuts. Hagler fought to dominate, not entertain. De La Hoya viewed him as a symbol of professionalism and commitment, a fighter who believed preparation was the key to victory. Hagler's legacy to De La Hoya was built on work ethic and mental toughness. 4. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard stood out to De La Hoya as one of the smartest fighters ever to enter the ring. Leonard had the rare ability to adjust mid-fight, changing strategies based on what his opponent gave him. De La Hoya admired Leonard's speed, footwork, and ring awareness, but it was his composure in big moments that truly impressed him. Leonard never panicked, even in the toughest fights. He knew when to take risks and when to stay patient. His versatility allowed him to defeat different styles, from pressure fighters to slick technicians. De La Hoya believed Leonard's success came from discipline and preparation as much as talent. Leonard proved that intelligence and adaptability could be just as powerful as strength. 3. Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran fascinated Oscar De La Hoya because of his mastery in close combat. Duran was ruthless on the inside, using subtle movements, shoulder rolls, and perfectly timed punches to dominate opponents who underestimated him. De La Hoya admired Duran's ability to fight with controlled aggression, applying constant pressure without losing balance or discipline. Duran understood leverage and timing better than almost anyone, making him dangerous even against larger fighters. What impressed De La Hoya most was Duran's mental toughness, his refusal to back down, regardless of circumstances. Duran fought with pride, hunger, and an edge that made opponents uncomfortable from the opening bell. For De La Hoya, Duran embodied the spirit of a true fighter who thrived under pressure. 2. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali earned De La Hoya's admiration not only for his skill, but for his mind. Ali redefined what was possible for a heavyweight, moving with speed and grace rarely seen in men his size. De La Hoya respected how Ali used intelligence as a weapon, frustrating opponents mentally before dismantling them physically. Ali's confidence wasn't arrogance, it was preparation meeting belief. Even when facing overwhelming odds, Ali trusted his abilities completely. Beyond the ring, Ali's courage to stand for his principles left a lasting impact on De La Hoya. He saw Ali as a fighter who understood that boxing was as much psychological as it was physical. In De La Hoya's eyes, Ali's legacy goes far beyond championships. He changed the culture of boxing forever. 1. Sugar Ray Robinson. To Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Ray Robinson represents the absolute peak of boxing perfection. Robinson wasn't just dominant, he was complete. He possessed speed that confused opponents, power that ended fights suddenly, and defensive instincts that made him nearly untouchable at his best. De La Hoya admired how Robinson could fight effectively at any distance, switching seamlessly between aggression and finesse. What stood out most was Robinson's adaptability. No matter who stood across the ring, he found weaknesses and exploited them with precision. De La Hoya often pointed to Robinson as the fighter who transcended eras, believing his skill set would dominate even in modern boxing. Robinson didn't rely on gimmicks or intimidation. His greatness came from mastery. For De La Hoya, Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't just a legend. He was the blueprint for what a boxer should strive to become. Oscar De La Hoya's favorites reflect more than just talent. They reflect intelligence, discipline, courage, and legacy. These fighters didn't just win titles, they changed boxing itself. From relentless pressure fighters to brilliant tacticians, each name represents a different path to greatness. And coming from one of boxing's most accomplished champions, this list offers a rare glimpse into how true legends recognize each other.